know, and the best morning boy, and we've got Ben Saint.
Who? It's a name I haven't heard in years. Vapes.
We've got Tom Oliver.
I'm the worst morning boy because the mornings are shit. It's all about hardcore nighttime nocturnal power.
Guys, it's 1 p.m. And it's not the morning. And second of all, Tom, you're wrong because time zones just changed. That thing happened, and what happens when the clocks
Daylight
change?
savings time?
Yeah, and now it gets dark at like 4 p.m. It's dark for like
sucks.
18 hours of the day now.
Right. I'm in my element far longer.
It's too much.
Also, let's get back to this. That's a good topic. But also, Mage is here. Hello.
Hello. I hate the cold.
Speaking of time zones.
Yeah.
That
I hate
we
the
can
cold.
all agree on, I hope.
I do like coats. I do like winter coats.
I do like coats,
God.
but this like...
Ben, your politics are one thing, but liking the cold is something I cannot stand for.
I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold, but I do like wearing big coats.
Well, surely we can all agree that being inside, while there's perhaps a layer of snow and it's lightly snowing, but you're warm inside with a blanket and perhaps a cup of warm beverage can be a very enjoyable experience. It's the juxtaposition, you see, the contradiction in terms that leads to ultimate pleasure.
As you cast your gaze outside at the fucking broken homeless freezing, and you in your gated castle.
It just makes me
it's
feel
just
great.
Like, yes.
My surplus capital just makes me feel so warm and happy inside.
Nate,
it's the best.
I went to the parents' place for Thanksgiving.
Right.
And
was it nice? Did everyone have a good time?
It was fine.
That's good. Okay.
And they Mom was like, here. I got some stuff. Here's Nate said he didn't want this, and it was like a.
It wasn't my shoes, was it? She's not giving away more shoes.
No,
than mine,
it was like a black coat with like a furry hood.
Okay, all right, okay. You know what? This is a perfect example of what happened with the shoes. Because when I spoke to Mom, I remember this explicitly. I said, when I come to visit at Christmas, I will decide whether it fits or not. If it doesn't fit, Mom, I told her this.
She told me
then we will decide about what to do with it.
She told me it didn't fit. She was like, here.
She is a fucking liar.
She was like,
Nate said.
She said, Nate said this doesn't fit him anymore. Do you want it? And I was like, I guess, yeah.
Okay, there's some confusion going on in Mom's head, as usual, I guess, because we just spoke about this. I get why it was on her mind. I said, I suspect it doesn't fit, but I will try it on when I'm there in like 25 days, Mom, for Christmas. Don't give it away until then. I like that coat. It may be too small, but I guess I'll find, if it fits Ben, it probably fits me. So there you go, Mom. What the fuck?
Probably.
This is exactly what happened with the shoes. I have no doubt this confirms it in my mind. Mom is just looking to fuck me over as many ways as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
You see what she's trying to do? She's trying to force me to take drastic action. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, this Christmas she's gonna get the gift of a lifetime. If you know what I'm saying.
This is gonna be Prisoner Christmas.
It's Prisoner Christmas.
Boo hoo.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I'm thinking of buying a tree, though. Thinking of buying a tree for the apartment, like a little small fake tree we can wheel out.
Tree.
I just want to look at it and feel happy, Christmas spirit.
I hate feeling happy.
I see in the stores like these little tiny potted fake Christmas trees. I was like, maybe this year will be the year I'll get a little tiny tree. Just it makes me happy.
I agree. That's the whole point. That's what these things are supposed to do. And I don't know, out here, being on our own out here, not living with our families anymore, there's none of this like group family camaraderie or spirit. Like when you're like in school and like everyone around you's talking about it, and like all the teachers and all the events are like holiday oriented. It really instills that spirit in you. But once you're on your own, you kind of gotta force yourself into that mindset. And I think that it's well worth the slight amount of effort and money. It gives you a stat buff of happiness temporarily.
I love Christmas just because like Yeah, winter is so dreary and depressing and sad and dark and cold. But then, like, well, Christmas comes around, or just before, like a month or two before Christmas rolls around, everything, all the stores and people sometimes like decorate and shiny, sparkly, glittery things, and just like, oh, it looks so nice and bright and cheerful and colorful, and I like it. Just like after New Year's ends, though, everything just goes so dark and it's sad.
Yeah, that's when like real winter begins.
I-
I never feel that cold in December because of these things, I think, but in January, that's when hell has begun.
Yeah, I think January and February are technically the coldest months just because of how the earth rotates.
It's because you
I'm
have
not
something
sure.
to look forward to, so you ignore the cold. But as soon as it's all over, you're like, wait a minute,
Right.
this fucking sucks!
And I guess, I mean, what's the next like holiday?
Easter?
Valentine's Day, I guess. I mean, yeah, Easter, I suppose. Boring. Love and God? No thanks. I don't believe in either of those, sir. So
Speaking
yeah.
of holidays, did you buy anything for the Black Friday sales and stuff?
I totally skipped it. I don't give a shit. Tomorrow's Cyber Monday though, so I probably will just do the easy thing and
Cyber
go
Monday?
to Amazon.
I need.
It's like the
I do
online
need a
equivalent of Black
fucking-
Friday.
I need a fucking cord for my charger, my mobile charger that I got for Pokemon Go.
Fair
I bought a fucking good cord to charge my phone, and then it disappeared like a week later. I was like, I'm gonna.
Someone stole it.
I finally committed to accepting that all my previous cords had been lost, and I would never find them again. I swallowed my
Sure.
pride. I bought a new one, and then it was gone.
I almost
That's
bought
unfortunate.
something for Black Friday, but I was
Yeah.
bamboozled. I wanted to get a new power supply for for the streaming computer because I'm getting a new streaming setup to do more IM game streams. And I was like,
Right.
this power supply is shit. I don't want this computer running 24/7 with like a budget power supply that came from like some crazy Chinese case I got like 10 years ago. It'll probably explode. So I found a sick power supply like on sale. I was like, oh, dope. I'm buying this. Sick. Good Black Friday. Went to grab my debit card. Came back downstairs. Sale over. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 12:30. What the fuck? It's still there. It's
man.
not out of stock. It's just now 3 times as expensive for some reason. In like the 20
they
seconds between
bamboozled you.
I'm gonna buy that
That's
and
fucked up, man.
dude, the worst. So fuck you, Newegg, you piece of shit. You lost the
Yeah,
sale,
can't
you
trust
ass
him.
muncher.
I bought like
Hey,
2 games.
that reminds me. It's
that were on sale.
on Thanksgiving. We give thanks for things that we appreciate, right? And I thought of something that I'm thankful for, and I'm thankful for the continual movement I'm seeing towards this. I believe it's called. Do we call it the Type C charger?
USB Type C, yeah.
USB. Yes. The fact that the whole
Is
world
that the one that's
slowly
like
but
perfect?
surely.
It's the oval.
Yeah, it's the one that's
It's-
reversible.
Yeah, and it works on both sides. It's
Yeah.
reversible. The fact that we're getting this technology, look, the round ones were shit. You Type C, this is the way to go. The fact that it's becoming more and more universally adopted in things brings me such joy. And once we just all are using one
Well,
type of
I
cord,
don't like it because my
Why
phone
not?
doesn't take it.
Well,
okay,
get
well,
a new
even-
phone,
give
Ben.
it 10 years, and we'll all.
I
you know,
should-
we'll
I
be
Well,
able
the
to
sick
take-
thing about
I
USB
do
Type C
need a new
is
phone. That's
the
true.
dopest thing about Type C is it's not even just like phone
Yeah.
connectors. Type C does everything. It does display
Right,
out.
right.
It does USB.
Oh, shit.
So like, assumedly, like 10 years from now, literally you'll just go like on your computer and it'll just be Type C everything because every port will do anything you
Heh.
want it to.
Oh, fantastic. Well, yeah, that's exactly what we
We'll
should
all
be doing.
we'll all be like birds with just one hole that does everything.
Hell yeah.
I look forward to our avian future.
Fuck yeah.
Mm.
Simple,
you know-
efficient, elegant. The
Speaking
cloaca.
of things that are literally lighter than air, such as birds, I wanted to give everyone a life update on a little beast named Lord Sashomaru, and it's
yeah.
that everyone's been mocking Sesho, been talking shit about how fat my dog is.
So you're
but I've
fine. You
got news
starved
for
him
you,
for
folks.
months, and now he's skin and bones.
He's been on a little diet toe, and he has in fact lost 3 pounds. He went from 28 pounds to 25
You
pounds.
decimated
and that's a
him.
hell of a lot.
That's like over 10%.
yes.
That's pretty good.
I took a sword. I just cleaved his fucking head off, and
carved-
just
yeah.
instantly
You carved
3
off.
pounds were
It
gone.
just cut his
Yeah.
tail off. You know, that was like 2 pounds of extra weight that he didn't need. Now
That's
it's
true.
gone.
But even after losing the weight, the thing is, I'm vindicated because he looks exactly the same. He's just got a weird corgi body, and it's
Yeah.
not his fault that he's big boned and wide and a strange creature that no one will ever love.
That's,
you
that's
know,
the same
actually,
curse I have. No matter how much weight I lose, I still am somehow still fat. It just doesn't matter.
it just comes from mystery areas. I don't know. I look the same. I've lost like 10 pounds. I look fucking exactly the same. But Sesha was at like a doggy daycare thing. We were just like testing a new one because when we go to Christmas, he's got to stay at a daycare place. And there is a what we call the Beagle Brigade. There's just a squad of beagles, and Sesho is half beagle. So the Beagle Brigade. Now the Beagle Brigade, to be fair, is somewhat exclusive. They don't just let any beagle join their ranks. You have to be up to a certain snuff. But when Seshu attempted to ooze his way into their ranks, as he does, there was an immediate, harsh rejection. Flagrant racism, flagrant,
this is like the canine equivalent of like a half elf, just spurred by both by both fucking cultures. He has nowhere to be.
Exactly. It's deeply fucked up, and it's unacceptable.
It sounds like some shonen protag material. He can rise above the spurring of his peers and unite the races once and for all.
I can't get down with this multiracial interbreeding bullshit, though, because, I mean, they told us over and over again that human Saiyan hybrids were, quote-unquote, better than pure-blood Saiyans in Dragon Ball Z. Why did Gohan lose every fight he ever fought in, except the one during the Cell Saga that obviously was cheating?
The only
didn't really
one
count.
that,
the ghost of Goku won it for him.
Yeah, he needed the ghost of a pure Saiyan to help him out.
That's exactly right. So, your propaganda
I don't know,
failed,
dude. Future
Toriyama.
Trunks was a badass, like through and through, 100%.
You're not wrong.
I mean, is anyone more badass than Trunks when he like fucking trains hardcore, goes back to his timeline, and just immediately murks everybody, even though he knows that these androids could be like good people deep down, but no, immediately murders regardless. No consideration.
This point about being good
incredible.
Deep down. You touch on the larger question of what is morality? What can we use to judge people? Different timelines. But
I'm just saying, if I was in that situation, I would have a little, maybe like 7 seconds of pause. Our boy Trunks, zero.
No.
Just immediately murdered. And like taking
family.
great joy in doing so. And then tracks down Cell, mocks him, and then immediately kills him. Greatest character ever.
Just define goodness as not vulnerable to the tip of my sword.
Indeed.
And then you're done.
Speaking of which, did you guys ever watch, like, the Future Trunks there had, like, his own saga in Dragon Ball Super that they tell me is, like, the best one in Dragon Ball Super?
What?
Does anybody go watch that?
No, I've seen, like, one episode of Dragon Ball Super.
I saw one clip from the Super where Mr. Satan sort of punches Goku, but not really, and Goku's like, "Oh no, I'm falling! I forgot my tractor."
I got my tractor. Yeah. That was making the rounds on Twitter.
Yep, that's the only scene I saw.
I mean, I just refer to the god of Dragon Ball that I know Jax played on Twitter, and he's always saying that Super is garbage except for the slice of life stuff. So I just take his word for it. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, is Jax a fan of like Dragon Ball Classic?
Yes.
That's the mark of like a true patrician.
He's on record, I believe, saying that it is better than Z.
It's better than. Oh my God, that's unusual, but okay.
I mean, I agree. I think original Dragon Ball is better than Z as well. So.
I mean, it's got to be more. It's just. I mean,
have you seen
Z
it?
is a classic, obviously, but there's tons of bullshit that we've all just kind of accepted and moved past.
Have you watched OG Dragon
Ball? It's
Ball?
Definitely there. I've read the manga up to like. I don't know. I remember. I think right when like he started to fight that guy who throws logs, Lao Z, and like stands on him or whatever, which is where things get really crunk, as I recall. I just gave up.
Speaking of reading manga, I started reading One Piece again. Yeah, I'm up to. Actually, this was like last week I did, but I'm up to chapter 855.
What's happening?
Jesus.
We are at. Oh fuck. Well, it would be kind of spoilery to say, but they are.
I mean, you're in Big Mom arc, I assume.
Yeah, I'm pretty well into Big Mom arc. The girl,
Pudding.
Yeah, we saw Pudding's thing. You know what I'm saying?
I believe I do know the things you were saying. Yes, understood. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
That's
great.
Up. And it's really cool. It's great.
It is great, and perhaps this the Whole Cake Island arc is quite luscious and delicious and excellent overall. I'm happy to say, And if you get caught up, hey, maybe this legendary appearance on the podcast could happen. This
Yeah.
What chapter is One Piece at currently? Like how?
It's
So
like
Benson is
900
like-
something, right?
Oh, you're
We're at
getting
around
close then.
965 or so. So he's got 100
I've
chapters
only
to go.
got 100
but-
and
I like
some odd
I like how
chapters
you
to
have
go.
like barely any. You're almost caught up with 100 something chapters. Meanwhile, like I'm reading
More than
reading
most
B
series
Stars,
ever
which
get
is
to.
like 150 chapters in total.
Yeah.
No, I read like 100 and I read like 120 chapters the other day, and
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good.
That's about
I
12
wasn't doing
volumes.
anything. Yeah,
That's cool. Did you read through all of Zoe in doing that?
Zoe, wait, shit,
On
what's
the
Zoe?
island, on the big elephant man.
Yes.
Oh, I
got through
fucking
all
love
of
that arc,
Zoe.
man. Oh, the fucking Raizo arc with the mink. Oh my god, it's one of my favorite moments in the whole fucking series.
Oh wait, they still
don't
got
worry.
Carrot. Carrot is still around from there.
Oh, everyone's favorite character, fucking Carrot. Oh, she's gonna join the crew.
I mean, she is pretty cute. She's not gonna. She
That's
doesn't
her
seem,
only
yeah,
positive quality.
Yeah,
Goddammit.
yeah. I mean, you're right. Of course.
She's
I-
literally like the female Chopper. Chopper has done
She
nothing
is.
for 1,000
She is like
chapters.
the female Chopper. Even though there is literally a female Chopper. There's like a reindeer nurse lady.
Oh,
But-
yeah,
But that's not the female Chopper. Carrot is the female Chopper.
You know, I'll just we'll move on from One Piece, guys. I promise. But I just want to say that on the subject of Chopper, Chopper is the One Piece member who has been the most forgotten as a real character by a huge margin. I mean, guys like Brooke get some stupendous moments at various times. Frankie once in a while gets a little cool fight in Dressrosa, but Chopper, nothing,
Just gets
absolutely nothing. But there is a great opportunity. Wano is kind of like the Zoan arc. And Chopper is the Zoan guy on the crew. And the fucking monster balls, or the rumble balls,
Yeah.
are like a unique thing that tie into like Zoan powers. If Oda doesn't capitalize on that, I will be so deeply disappointed, but I have almost no faith that anything interesting will be done with Chopper ever again until the end of the series.
I gotta
There's just
say-
too many characters.
I gotta say, I still
Mm-hmm.
don't like Jinbei that much.
Oh, brother, you're preaching to the choir
I'm
over
just
here,
not.
man.
I'm just not that interested in Jinbei. I'm not that
Oh my God,
interested.
thank you.
I'm not interested in Law. Like,
Yes, you're saying all the right things, Ben. You're doing it. Yes.
Well, it's just that I feel like Oda makes a really big deal out of like Jinbei coming back, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, you know, it's a funny thing because when you realistically think about it, Jinbei has done some truly stupendous things to help the Straw Hats. Like, he saved Luffy at Marineford. He did that. He
Yep.
joined the rebellion, like, to leave the jail.
Well, so
he,
did Bon.
like at Fisherman
so
Island.
did Bon Clay. Nobody's
I mean,
fucking,
you're
nobody's
saying,
fucking
right.
going.
Guys.
Nobody's going wild about Bon Clay over here.
Guys,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
I had to look up Carrot because I wanted to see how cute she is, and I like this form of her. It's in the gross disgusting. thing.
Oh, it's gonna be a spoiler. Don't
Wait,
show
wait.
Ben. Don't show Ben.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry,
I guess I
Ben.
won't look.
I'm not reading it, so I'll check it out, Mage.
I mean, yes,
You know what? I don't care. I'm looking. I'm
All
fucking
right,
looking.
Oh, well,
That's-
shit.
It's
Wait, is
pretty.
Is that real?
Yeah, I mean it's a thing that happens.
Whoa.
It's a
That is
it's a whole
pretty
thing with
mage
the minx.
core. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You're not wrong.
Is
about
that? Does she eat a rumble ball and that happens?
No,
What is
I
this?
mean, okay, so all the minks have this thing that under a full moon they turn to the Zulong, which is actually exactly like Goku from Dragon Ball. He also becomes the Zulong,
Oh,
Monkey
okay.
Man form. They
That's
just go like
fine.
super powerful.
I don't feel like I've ruined anything by knowing that.
Yeah,
She just gets extra fluffy, and I like it.
And
she basically goes into Mega Ampharos form. And,
Yeah,
isn't that
yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, One Piece is wicked cool.
Indeed,
10
indeed.
out of
And
10.
for all those haters out there, for all the bullies who tell me like, no, Nate, Law is cool, Jinbei's cool, I just want to point out to the record, here's a guy who just got cut up and feels very similar to me. I'm not a crazy person.
The one
I'm
thing
not out of
about
my fucking
Law
mind here.
that I
Yeah.
like Law's fine.
Mhm.
He's not doing very much these days. Like he'll just kind of like
Yeah,
be
his arc's
standing.
over.
Yeah, he'll just kind of be standing behind Luffy and like make a comment here and there, and like that's cool. That's fine. When the fights were like about him, his power is not interesting. His power is dumb.
I mean, it's complicated. It's kind of cool. It's
I
kind
don't
of
think
like
it's-
Robin's power. It's a little too open-ended
I
for
don't
like
think it's
fun
cool.
shonen fights.
Yeah.
No?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
right.
And
liking-
you know, the only thing I'll say is that I
liking
definitely
it.
agree with you, and I really feel that guys like I mean Ace is dead, but like to a degree, like Ace actually has his own bunch of like side novels that they're writing about Ace specifically and his adventures. I mean, sounds fine, but we know how that journey ends. So how interesting could they really be?
Well, I mean, hey, question.
I know it's about the adventure, not the destination. Blah blah blah.
Hey,
but...
question. Do you think that Marco the Phoenix could hurt Ace? I think yes, because if magma could hurt Ace's fire because it's hotter, Marco's Phoenix fire has to be hotter than Ace's regular fire, right?
It is explicitly stated somewhere that Marco's flames actually do not produce heat. They're a magical, special kind of fire that is totally unique and distinct from normal fire.
Never mind. Never
they
mind.
only heal. That's what it is. I don't fucking know.
Excellent.
And I was just gonna say that I feel like characters like Law are literally like only consistently in the narrative still. Like we all know that it was part of his plot, like fight Kaida, so it makes sense he's involved, but he doesn't have to be on screen. Except that he places so unbelievably high in the character poll rankings that it's almost it'd be a bad move to not continually have him there. And I really feel that drives why he takes up the screen time he does to
I like what Oda will basically just have him like sort of looking grumpy and like saying something kind of like annoyed lately. And like I think that's fine and good and what he should be doing.
You know, Kinemon was with the boys for a long time, and I like never got annoyed by Kinemon. I just would be like, what's this guy doing? When's he gonna get his thing? And he finally has in Wano, so like that's cool. But I don't know. Lots to say about all these things. Go listen to the podcast.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh boy.
I has a question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys like seen any discourse about Naruto, like Sakura versus Hinata and stuff on your Twitter? Because I've seen loads of it. I think
particularly.
I think it comes from one source particularly, but like they're very passionate.
Is this Boruto related or classic Naruto?
Just in general, I think it might span the whole Naruto verse or whatever. People still hate Sakura. But they like Hinata apparently for the same things they hate Sakura for, or at least that's the claim people make.
They hate Hinata? Who hates Hinata?
No. She said they like Hinata. They don't like Sakura.
Yeah. But people who like Sakura, just as a backlash, start hating on Hinata just because people don't hate Hinata, and it's just such a weird, stupid mess. Do you have any feelings on either of the characters? I'm interested to hear.
I mean, it just seems...
nothing much. Not really.
I don't know. I mean, I've thought about this plenty as I was a reader of Naruto and whatnot. It just seems that, like, I mean, Hinata is kind of, she was just the, what's the word? She was kind of the grassroots favorite girl that, like, obviously not a lot of emphasis was put on her at first, but, like, her just quiet, like, liking of Naruto and appreciation of the character the same way the audience did. I think just and like the lack of being annoying in any way. Just did a lot to endear the audience.
It's so easy to like Hinata. It's so easy.
It is.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes sense.
To be fair, Hinata used to be my favorite back when I was watching, just because I could sort of relate to her because shy, quiet.
It's endearing.
Yeah, with Sakura, I hated her because...
I like a woman to know her place, you know what I'm saying? It really does a lot for me.
But yeah, I hated Sakura just because, like, she was very loud, obnoxious, mean, and violent. Like,
it's not.
That's what we all aspire to be.
I still don't like Sakura to this age, but just because there's still like lingering feelings from those times when I actually used to watch Naruto, but I haven't seen her in the new, like I haven't really watched Shippuden, and I haven't really watched Boruto.
Well,
so I don't know.
Sakura got one good fight in Shippuden
as the show goes on.
Yeah, I keep hearing.
No, she does not. Sakura sucks. She never does anything cool.
She has some cool scenes, like when she fights. What's his name? The puppet guy.
I was going to say,
let's not forget that in that fight, look, I watched that fight again. It's not even really her doing the fighting.
But
it is the old lady.
But it's her super strength. Like she legitimately brings her own super strength to contribute to that battle.
Okay, you're not wrong, and that's
she's
true.
She's not like a non.
Well, as the fight goes on,
that's the best thing Sakura ever did.
As the fight goes on, she has to fight by herself as well too.
If that's okay, if that's the best thing Sakura ever did, then I guess I'm glad I stopped reading when I did.
I think that was a wise move. But compare that
I don't
to
know.
at the very end of Shippuden, during the final battle, they of course give the like, when Sasuke finally is like, okay, I'll help you guys fight the final battle. They do the like, Team 7 has reunited Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. I actually just happened to see this the other day. And like, they give Sakura, like, they just like give her a token punch.
Agreed.
And then Naruto
Agreed.
looks over and goes like, oh wow, Sakura's really come a long way. Naruto is 1 billion times stronger than this girl. Sasuke is 10 billion times stronger than her.
Okay,
it's
but like,
it's so pandering to Sakura fans.
Okay, but like no, listen, but like Sasuke has like his eyes thing, and Naruto has like a demon in him. Sakura is just a normal girl that just became super strong.
I know, boring. Who
She also
gives a
became.
shit?
Didn't she also become like a doctor? That's pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah.
That
she
is
gets
cool.
trained by what's her face,
Tsunade. Yeah.
and so she
It
gets like her.
And
like,
you know what? Tsunade
superpowers.
sucks too. Tsunade never did anything cool. She punches hard sometimes and summons a snail. These are the two things she
I don't
ever
know.
does
Punching
ever.
hard's kind of cool.
Boring.
If I could punch
Punching
hard,
hard is
I'd
not
do it.
cool.
Snails are pretty epic.
In a series like
I
Naruto,
do like snails.
Okay, the problem is in a series like Dragon Ball Z, punching hard matters, is important. Like, technical fighting techniques matter. In Naruto, like, taijutsu and stuff is like never developed at all. It's just either you can punch really hard or you can't. You got one card to play. And like, she plays that card and it's boring every single time it's played. The punching hard card is so one note in
Okay,
Naruto because
I
the series isn't designed
I
for
somehow have both
like
feelings
snails more than
that
toads.
that Sakura is cool, but she also got totally cucked by the show and should have done more.
A bit, yeah.
I mean, you can make that
don't know how
argument.
those are both in my head at the
think-
same time, but they are.
Yeah, I think Sakura does have potential, at least from what I know of her and all the things. It's just, yeah, the show doesn't, it's not about her, the show, sadly, and she doesn't get a lot of screen time. She gets token screen time.
Yes, she does. And
which
is
is-
that
which
quote
is sad.
her fault? I
No,
mean,
not
no,
really.
but is it
But
her
he-
fault that she has
The worst
no
thing
arc?
Sakura
No.
does is forgive Sasuke. I'm sorry. That was
Oh my god, after all he did to her, it's fucking hilarious. He
and
fucking
Rock Lee
tried
is
to
there
murder
the
her several
whole
times.
time, being the coolest guy in the entire show. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Yeah.
That Sakura's
Rock
why I
Lee.
hate women.
Oh, yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
all, let's
But yeah,
all
but-
simmer
okay,
down
but-
and just watch a good old Naruto AMV set to Linkin Park.
Yes.
And chill
How
out.
do you see into the dark?
Gotta watch Naruto versus Gara, set to Disturbed,
Yes.
circa 2003.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my shit. That's my
Yeah.
shit, Tom. That's my fucking aesthetic.
I had once made like a Naruto MV
Mhm.
set to like Evanescence Bring Me to
What?
Life.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is it
That's
still on
it.
YouTube?
That-
You were
there
one
it
of the
is.
billions. One of the billions to do so. That was the primary currency of the realm at that time.
Little did you know, me and Ben both like got off to the AMV Mage made back in the day before we even knew who Mage was. Our paths crossed, much like Team 7 themselves. We had a bond all this way
We're
back.
back in action.
But okay, to be fair to Sakura
Mm-hmm.
and Hinata, like Hinata doesn't get much development either. But I think like people just shit on Sakura a lot more than they do on Hinata for the same reasons. And
But do you
that's a
think it's
little unfair.
It's because
Fair.
Hinata has big tits and Sakura doesn't. Big tits blind you to all character flaws.
I mean, that's part of it.
I
let's
mean,
not,
I
let's
still
not
like.
fool ourselves. That's definitely part of it.
It's in a way, I guess, like it's a little. I think it's a little unfair. I like Hinata just because the way she is. I don't need her to be strong, and I don't necessarily, I guess, need Sakura to be strong. My issue with Sakura is her personality, or used to be her personality. It probably changed since she was like 12 or
I
something.
don't even have like a quote unquote problem with her personality. I just think it's so justified to just like Hinata more because she's way more likable generally
Hinata's
and
got-
does more interesting things.
Hinata's got like a cooler power. She's got that is it Ryuga clan? Hyuga clan?